So rock.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's going on, people? It is Unsportsmanlike Conduct episode 135. I'm wearing out of time because football's out of time. Football, sadly, has come to an end after Super Bowl 60. We got that to talk about, a bunch of other stuff in the NBA, a little bit about baseball if Ant wants to get into some of that stuff. But before we get to that, I am Steve. I got Big Daddy Cool, Timmy T, right on over here. What's going on, sir?
It's a sad day in the world of fictional sports. We lost John Moxon, quarterback for the West Canaan Coyotes, a.k.a. James Vanderbeek, in case anyone's really wondering who that is. But yeah, another West Canaan Coyote down, man. That's 3. I think that team is cursed.
I saw your thing in the chats.
But in all seriousness, it's a horrible loss, a horrible way to go, and that just sucked. So, but rest in peace, James Vanderbeek, a.k.a. John Moxon of the Coyotes.
Definitely. I didn't know that what's his name and him were such good friends. Carlton.
Yeah, Alfonso Ribeiro, yeah.
They spent he spent like the last moments with. I saw pictures like he was hugging him in his final moments and his wife was taking pictures. I didn't
He's actually Godfather, one of his kids.
Yes. I was like, oh, okay.
Did I hear that correctly? James Vanderbeek and Alfonso Rivero? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And also I saw a long ass post from Stacy Keibler.
She was supposedly there at the end too.
Yeah. Why do I not? I don't know anything about anything. These guys, I don't know. I'm not in the inner circle, obviously.
That's a shock to me too. I know how that happened. But
I saw this blog post of Stacy Keibler.
Hey, good for him.
I mean, I know he, he's a very good guy, considered to be an all-around great guy. Not surprised.
All jokes aside, it's like, all right, Billy Bob died. And that poor guy, he lost 200 pounds, was looking good, looking thin, changed his whole life around, died from the complications from it. We all know what happened to fucking Paul Walker, but one of the prettiest men ever alive. Mm-hmm. He gets burned alive. And now this poor guy, who's, like I said, one of the nicest, sweetest men around, and he has to die a slow death of fucking ass cancer, and it's absolutely horrible the way the universe works. So,
yeah,
be good, awful. Everybody. Let's all love each other. Let's enough of this shit.
We'll have a nice positive show here. We won't until we get to the NBA. I don't have anything negative to say about anybody. But
until Dave gets on, if he does.
Until Dave gets on. Shout out to Mello. He had his own spot on Fox up in Georgia.
He's too big for him. He's too big for. He's not coming back.
He's too big. That's exactly what I'm saying.
We lost another one, Steve. Steve lost another one.
And he's the longest tenure since I cleaned the house. And he did his own segment. He went through the highlights and all NBA trades. He talked about Atlanta,
in a real snazzy suit.
Yeah, he's suited up.
We should play it.
How do I find that again? Where did he post it? Can I find that on? Can I play that on Instagram? Was it on Instagram? It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook.
I don't see it.
I said, oh, by the way, he didn't send it in there. No, I saw it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But we'll get there. I'll try and get it going here because that was my first thought. Congrats to Mello, but now he's too big for us. He doesn't have the time. All that stuff. And you've gone through a change of venue. You have a brand new studio there. You love to move.
Never again.
You remind me when I moved into here and I was in a new studio. I had the echo going because not enough furniture in there and stuff. So It's not a fun time.
No, it's horrible. I haven't sold the other house yet, so that's
All right.
nerve-wracking.
That's pressure. Yeah, that's worse than the physical move.
Work has.
Hey, if you go on Dave's Facebook, it's his first live shot, and then I don't see his thing yet. But he's on the Blitz. Yeah, there's a couple live things on there. But yeah, we lost him. He's gone. He ain't coming back.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, that was the live. That was that one other one. Where did he post that? The newer one.
Instagram?
Is it? I don't know. We'll try and track it down. Mello, if you're watching, send us the video so we can get this figured out. Kaylee is sleepy again. What's good? What's going on, man? Or ma'am, I said. New name, so we appreciate you stopping in. Ant never gonna move again. Don't know how accurate that might be. That's the way that you feel right now. Is it more so like when you have a really bad hangover and you said, I'm never gonna drink again?
I've never
you wake up with the white powder and never gonna do coke again?
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa, too personal. Leave that out. Edit that. Cut that.
Yeah, we'll cut that. Nobody saw it.
It's on Instagram, Steve.
Instagram. All right, let's try and find that bad boy here. All right, so what Ant, obviously moving is a pain in the ass, and you're done with the moving part. Now it's time to settle in. 6 months from now, you'll have 18 boxes still left over that you got to unpack.
If I have 18 boxes left 6 months from now, that'll be an accomplishment. My garage, it's a huge. I wish I could take the camera and show you. It's a 4-car garage, but it's not 4 wide. It's 2 deep. It's really got extra space past the 2. Like I can't get 3 deep, but I can get 2 and then some. It's massive, and it does have 2 cars in it, but it's full of boxes.
I think that makes.
It's driving me fucking nuts right now. I gotta figure that out.
I think that makes for good content. Do a little walkthrough. You know. Also, if you want, I could help you. You know, we could design a nice, big ass man cave in that previously mentioned garage.
So don't tell my wife, but my plan is after we get settled in and after we sell the old house, my plan is to put a movie theater in the back of the garage. Take the last half of the garage for the movie theater. But the secret is the movie theater is also going to be a golf simulator.
Oh.
I found the projector. It's only a couple grand. It does both. It can be a movie projector and can do the ball tracking for a golf simulator. I'm perfect. That's my goal.
All right. Well, that's good content if you record that whole scenario in which you propose this.
I've proposed it many times. Every time I say movie theater, she immediately responds with golf simulator. I'm like, no, it's going to be a movie theater. It just happens with the capabilities of being a golf simulator as well.
Let's look real quick at our boy. Let's see if we can get this a little bit more. Don't mind that stuff on the right hand side there. Let's take a listen.
The NBA trade deadline has come and gone, and the Atlanta Hawks kept themselves busy this year. They became All-Star Trae Young to Washington for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert at the beginning of the year. And yesterday, they continued that move by trading Kristaps Porzingis to Golden State for Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield, moving the team in a younger direction. They also filled Porzingis' role by getting Jock Landale from Utah and Dwight Reith from Portland. The last move Atlanta made to close out the deadline was sending Luke Kennard to the Lakers for Gabe Vincent and a 2032 second-round pick, showing much promise for the future. The Hawks currently sit 9th in the Eastern Conference. Super Bowl 60 is just days away, and former Silver Bluff High School star and Seattle Seahawks linebacker DeMarcus Lawrence is set to make his first appearance in the big game. The 11-year pro is having a fantastic year, forcing 3 fumbles, returning 2 of them for touchdowns, and being named to his 5th Pro Bowl. Lawrence says getting to this moment is a dream come true.
Man, it's surreal, man. it's a dream come true. I'm just staying in the moment, trying to soak everything in. Try to answer as many questions as I can. Deal with this side of it, but just it's a testament to just staying focused. Staying into what you truly believe in, and I believe in the game of football. I believe in my technique and the way I play, and I finally made it here.
Super Bowl 60 kicks off this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. from Santa Clara, California. At USCA, freshman pitcher Ben Shepherd was named the NCBWA National Pitcher of the Week. Shepherd, a native of Tryon, threw a 91-pitch no-hitter against Mars Hill last week, just the second in the program's history while in Division II. The Pacers' right-hander allowed just one walk and struck out 5 in his debut. And the Winter Olympics are underway. Team USA picking up wins today in curling and women's hockey. But before the game started, athletes made their way to Milan, fulfilling lifelong dreams. Cheryl Prehem has more.
What the fuck, man? That's amazing.
Hello.
That's so cool.
I can't wait.
Guess pretend he likes the Hawks too. That sucks.
That's what I was gonna say. I can't wait until next year when he's got to talk about the Bucks playing the Falcons.
I can't stop smiling. That's so awesome.
Jerry, I'm blown. Blown away. All right. On that note, let's go ahead and get this started. Over under. What are the odds, Ant, that the new Super Bowl champions have made it into the opening segment?
I would hope the odds are high. We haven't
not opening segment. I'm sorry, the opening video, the opening that
I know what you meant. I would hope the odds are pretty high. I mean, we haven't done a show in a couple weeks. You've had time.
It just happened on Sunday.
That's a challenge.
Was it this past Sunday?
When you move, your total concept of time.
I thought it was 2 weeks ago. That's how long this week has been. There's still another fucking day. It was really just 5 days ago. Holy shit!
It was it was 5 days ago. And we're gonna talk about it.
40%. The 35% they've made it in.
All right, tell me what do you think?
20.
What?
20.
But I had the Dodgers, the previous one, there for like 8 months.
That's what I'm saying. 20.
All right, let's do it. Let's find out if it made it. And we'll talk about the Super Bowl champion. No, I can't hear you now, Ant. I lost you.
I said I wonder what play it would be if they did make it.
Well, usually it's just the end of it. When they announce it's the Thunder are the champions of it.
It's a very uneventful game, so
I'm setting up for failure here. All right, let's do it. We'll talk about Super Bowl 60 right after this.
The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. First to beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall. You are dealing with the best in the world. Acknowledge me.
Hey, efficiency in 2026.
Hey, and those two are fighting at WrestleMania now, so that's a great end of the video.
Oh, that's true. Look at that.
That's right.
Because he hates him. Very good promo.
Good segment.
Zebros.
Zebros or some dumb shit like that. All right, let's get into Super Bowl 60. We have a new Super Bowl champ. That is the Seattle Seahawks, thoroughly whooping up on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold, the Super Bowl champion, fellas. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. Timmy, your reaction? You're in your preview video. You talked about, and I thought so too. Maybe Darnold was going to be the MVP, but that would have been just Jets fans' heads exploding if that would have happened.
Well, I was originally going to make my MVP pick as random defensive player because I did have a feeling coming into the game. I don't think Darnold's going to win, but I was, he was the poster boy. You had to go for it. So, but I really wanted to pick random defensive player, and hey, it could have went that way.
It could have.
At one point, it could have.
Could have been the kicker. Could have been the kicker to group.
Well, once Kenneth Walker got 80 yards, I was like, well, there's your MVP if they win. That's 80 yards is all it took to win that MVP. It was a lackluster game. I like how everyone turned on New England right away. I made me laugh how quickly turned on and saying, see, I told you it was all schedule. It was they played backup quarterbacks in the NFC, the NFC title game. They did this, did that. And Drake May is not that great, and I thought that was real funny. Look, they made it. Good for them. They got their asses whooped though. Seattle defense was absolutely ridiculous. Play to play. I'm surprised they even scored points at all, let alone those lucky touchdowns they had at the end there. What do you think? 200 yards in the last quarter, something like that. 2+. Drake May just in the fourth quarter. That's insane.
Yeah,
that's desperation and insanity all at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. I had the under, so thankfully they called that last play back. It was a holding. I was like, no, get that.
Oh, I knew right away. I know at halftime all my bets were shot to shit because it was May has 250 and Darnold has 300 and this guy. I was like, that's shit. And then Jigma vanished. So right there, I knew I'm done. I was like, I was like, all my bets are done. So I'm gonna sit back and watch the end of this game now and relax.
I had a couple that were because I did the same thing, But what I've been doing, and this is not great for profit, but it's better for a little bit more guaranteed winning. I just bet real low on the prop. So I had I had Sam Darnold at 175 yards passing and Drake May at 175 also. But then I had in Jigba with X amount of catches, and then he went out with the concussion, concussion protocol or check for concussion. So I knew that was down. And like Timmy said, lackluster game, but Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion.
He didn't play great. I actually thought New England's defense held their own most of the game.
He played smart.
Yeah. The offense just, I won't share the GIF that I don't know if I sent it in the group chat or not. I'll send it if I didn't. But the offensive line is so bad. He was pressured on what felt like every drop back. A Seattle defense that is not known for actually getting to the quarterback got to him, 8 times? I think it was 8 sacks, right? Or 7 sacks, some stupid high number.
Yeah.
And he looked, I will say, aside from the sacks, he did look a little, maybe the lights were a little bright for him. He's a second-year player. He's only like 23 years old. I still like the future for him going forward. Just a rough game overall. It is what it is. The Patriots were way ahead of schedule. They were not supposed to be in the Super Bowl this soon. This is a testament to what that franchise is capable of with a quality head coach in Mike Vrabel, who gets buy-in and gets more out of his roster than he should. We saw this for years in Tennessee, and nobody was, maybe he's not that good of a coach. It's like he was 13-3 with garbage Titans rosters for years. And it's like you thought like you gave him a decent quarterback and he wasn't going to be great. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? And they're not going anywhere. Buffalo's reign as the AFC East champions, may have been short-lived, or at least not as long-lived as the Patriots' previous tenure. It looks like they're definitely back in the ballgame, though. They got plenty of cap space. They got plenty of draft capital. They're going to be here for a minute, so get used to it.
And the pressure is on Buffalo. You fired your head coach after going to the playoffs year after year after year, and now you got what's his name?
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady. Thank you. Josh Brady was in my mind for I don't know who that is. So yeah, exactly. So the pressure is on. Like, as a first-year head coach, Joe Brady needs to probably get to the Super Bowl because you fired McDermott, who has given you the most sustained success that franchise has had.
Mm-hmm.
you throw this guy in. I know that we're veering from topic, but that's what we do here. So I mean, Buffalo's going to have just an extreme amount of pressure next year. And then the Patriots, in my eyes, they're going to have a lot of pressure too because of all the success that they had this year. Drake May being MVP candidate, down to the wire. What is it, 24 votes or something like that? But then he playoffs. I mean, if I know it's a regular season award, but if Drake May would have won that MVP, and then this would have happened, the playoffs and the Super Bowl, it would have been a laughing stock. Not as bad as Bill Belichick not making it to the Hall of Fame, but they'd be a laughing stock.
Well, yeah, but what you're talking about before the line, and this is how quickly why I hate sports people so much now. All year, all the Patriots with 2 rookies made it this far. They're outstanding. You hit the Super Bowl, they're getting their ass kicked. You can't have 2 rookies next to each other at the Super Bowl. You can't have that. They're getting their asses whooped. It's like, come on. All year you're praising how great they were next to each other, having 2 rookies. They finally hit a defense and just said, I don't think so. And now you're turning on them right away. It's like, get over yourself, you idiots.
But and the Patriots, there was a ton of luck involved. I know, not leading on a crutch or an excuse, but was it like 11 of their games had an NFL head coach at the end of the year get fired or a coordinator get fired? Like 11 of their games this year. Looking back at it. That's accurate. Yeah. So that, and then when you get to the playoffs, especially the Broncos game, like if Bo Nix is healthy, I know I don't want to disregard the New England defense, but if Bo Nix is healthy, that's a completely different game. Obviously, I'm Captain Obvious right here. So they did. I mean, there was luck, and I can only hope that the New York Football Giants have this type of luck next year, because I don't mind it. I mean, it's not hating.
I'll take
at
that
all.
I'll take that kind of luck any day.
Yeah. All right. So all the haters and the doubters. I mean, the big thing for Darnold was the game against the Rams. It was 300 and whatever yards. He beat Matt Stafford. He led the Seahawks to beat Matt Stafford and the Rams. So if you want to think about that as his better game, that's good. But the doubters from last year, the Vikings are, I just don't know. The GM crying in the corner, head coach crying in the other corner. I don't know. I don't know how as a Viking executive now, going forward, you look at this and then Jefferson's probably like, damn, Sam Darnold just went over to Seattle. And imagine Seattle wanted to keep Geno Smith at the very beginning. He's the one that wanted to go.
I would have if you get your Jefferson saying, you know what, guys, it's been fun, but I think it's time. I get out of here, go someplace where I can.
And if he does that, that's something because he don't complain.
It's true.
Or he's had Kirk Cousins. He's had good slinging quarterbacks, but like to make that decision, again, hindsight, and we talked about this last year when it happened, but to make that decision to be like, all right, JJ McCarthy's our guy without playing a snap of football. And now Darnold is, and to Darnold's credit, he's a very humble with the victory. Did you guys see Ernest Jones in his in his parade speech?
No,
I did not.
Let's take a look at. Let's take a listen to it, or watch to it.
Do they have a parade? They had a parade. Does Seattle do parade?
They had a big parade. Very calm. A lot of people,
yeah,
but it's
all Starbucks and fucking weed over there. All depressed and shit because of the rain and listening to Nirvana and wearing their flannels.
All right. The flannels got me.
I'm sorry.
Person they should have gave the mic to. But we finna turn up, man. Shout out to these badass motherfuckers who play this game the right way. Not only do we have the best defense in the world, We got the best team in the world. And quite frankly, if you got anything to say about my quarterback, you got anything to say about my defense, you got anything to say about my O-line, and you got anything to say about the city of Seattle, I got 2 words for you. Fuck you!
Wow.
So
Say
Blunt
what you
to the
mean.
point. Yeah, right. Hey, I have no problem with it. He got to the point.
no issues.
There's no mistaking anything he said there.
My next question would have been: so tell us how you really feel.
So going into this game, and I haven't looked it up. I might pull it up actually right now. They were like the 6th best DVOA team of all time. This Seahawks team, which is crazy to think about, considering a number of different things.
60-1 odds heading in. 60.
So
Giants are 70-1 for next year. Just anybody.
And we haven't had free agency yet, so
this
will change.
Didn't they say this was the first time ever that the Super Bowl matchup was 2 teams that were greater than 75-1 to begin the season to win the Super Bowl?
Or greater than 60, I think it was.
I thought it was higher than that. They were both like 1 something, like over 100.
Damn.
I thought they were both triple digits. I could be wrong.
That was great though, but the Commanders, they did 2 teams who shouldn't be in the Super Bowl there. This gives every team hope, except for the Jets. This gives every team hope.
Third best DVOA all time for a Super Bowl winning team. This year, Seattle Seahawks. The 2 teams that ranked ahead of them were the 91 Washington Redskins and the 85 Chicago Bears. It's kind of crazy when you think about it like that.
So
there is another team that would have ranked higher, but somebody interrupted their insane DVOA season by ruining their 2007 Super Bowl title. So,
who did that? How dare? Where are we at here? Super Bowl's over, so NFL went all the way down on the list on Hard Rock. All right, Super Bowl odds for next year. The reigning defending champs are the Super Bowl favorites, not by much though. They're plus 850. The Rams are plus 900. The Bills are 3rd. The Ravens are 4th, and the Green Bay Packers and the Eagles are tied for 5th. The Patriots plus 1,500 as the loser of the Super Bowl. The Giants are plus 7,500. Worth $1, $2.
I'll bet $1 right now.
The Commanders plus 6,000. The Colts plus 5,000.
that's 500-1 almost. Or no, 50-1. Sorry, I can't.
50-1.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the Giants are 75-1. They have the same odds as the Pittsburgh Steelers, 75-1. Commanders and the Vikings and the Falcons both 60. The Bucks are 40-1.
What's the worst odds?
This is before cuts, free agency, drafts, before anything. It's like, come on.
I know, exactly, yeah. The worst odds is a 3-way tie.
Jets,
Between
Browns, and
the Miami Dolphins.
Is it the Dolphins?
Between the 2 of you got 2 of the 3 teams.
Between the 2
now
of us,
you need to figure it out.
One of them. The
Jets
Dolphins, the Jets. The Browns aren't the lowest though because their defense is too good. It's going to be a different team. It's going to be like the Cardinals or something.
It is.
Well, according to the people that believe in the logo, the Super Bowl logo, the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl next year.
They're not fucking going.
Vegas isn't buying that, Tim. Vegas is not buying. So it's the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Miami Dolphins. Nailed it. The Browns are 150-1. Jets, Dolphins, Cardinals 200-1.
Yep. We're not going to the Super Bowl next year. I can tell you that.
Is that
with extreme confidence? Extreme confidence.
Broncos 20-1. Looking at it. So if the same thing were to happen last year, those types of odds, you're looking at like a Falcons Steelers Super Bowl or a Colts-Giants Super Bowl?
Nice, Daniel Jones back.
Possible revenge game there. You could also be looking at a Vikings and Steelers. So the possibilities are endless there. Bucks and Colts. Melo's head would explode. Melo's head would explode. All right. So that's the game there. Next week when I'm more prepared, we'll kind of look down to see our over-unders, how we did there. Commercials? Anybody have a favorite?
The best one was Jurassic Park, I thought.
Okay, that was good.
I would agree.
You know what I enjoyed a lot? Pepsi.
The polar bear?
The polar bear drank Pepsi. Coca-Cola polar bear.
I still didn't see that. How the hell did I miss that?
Yep.
They stole the polar bear?
Yeah.
There's two polar bears drinking Pepsi.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Uh-huh.
That's war. That's war right there.
It was a good commercial. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, I enjoyed the commercial. Halftime. We're gonna go with the positive feeling that we talked about at the beginning of the show. Halftime, Timmy, toilet, dropping a deuce.
I turned the volume down and just chilled. I was stuffing my face and going on my phone.
The scenery was. I mean, if you did that, the scenery was still quite nice. Quite nice.
I'll admit that.
Last one, we had Jessica Alba there. You know, from our youth.
Hey, but who spotted? They didn't really spot her until afterwards.
No, my wife spotted her. She spotted Carol G, who's a Colombian singer, of course.
I saw John Hamm dancing like an asshole.
John Hamm was going nuts on the sideline. he was rocking out. Any thoughts? We got Lady Gaga. Who else do we get? We got Ricky Martin.
Yep. I liked it. I'm on
cool.
board.
It was fun.
Chris
Did we
didn't bring up Patrick Mahomes, I don't think, once, which must have been hard for him.
No more. Well, if Patrick Mahomes was out here, this game would be over by now. All right. So, do you guys have Seattle? At the top of the list right now. It's hard to say otherwise.
For next year.
Yeah, for next year. I mean, again, we don't know where anybody's going. Mike Evans could be on the Buffalo Bills. We have no idea what's going to happen. But
Buffalo has a lot bigger needs than Mike Evans. That defense was not good this year.
Just toss that out there for sure.
Back. But you know what? Can you get Josh Allen just one weapon? One before he retires? One. Get him one. He has none. He's never had one. That's all you got to do.
I think saying none is a bit too extreme.
Half.
I just mean like a full on he's like a Jefferson type player. He's never had that.
Like what would he do with the weapons that Dak Prescott has?
Yeah,
what would he do with Dak Prescott weapons? Now you put Dak in, and that kind of goes hand in hand with quarterback rankings. If Dak is on the Buffalo Bills and Allen's on, that might be tough because Dallas's defense was really bad. But towards the end of the year, you put Josh Allen on that Cowboy team, and it's looking a little bit different. And there's not much hope if Dak is the quarterback for Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs in 4 years in Buffalo never had less than 103 receptions and never had less than 1,183 yards and never had less than 8 touchdowns in any season.
Not the guy.
He had this. He had the guy. They still didn't win. At some point in time, we need to look at more things than just, he needs a receiver. And I'm not disagreeing that he needs a receiver because the receiving core wasn't good.
Their O-line aged really quickly, and their defense.
The O-line fell apart really bad this year. The defense took major strides in the wrong direction. You had players a couple of years ago like Gregory Rousseau, UM alum, Gregory Rousseau, who a lot of people thought was going to take that step forward into being like a premier pass rusher, and that just never happened. They spent all these picks a couple of years ago on these edge guys, and really none of them turned into the elite edge player that they were hoping for. Matt Milano has gotten old,
and injured.
Tremaine Edmonds, which actually in hindsight looks like a really bad thing that they didn't bring him back. He's playing great football for Chicago now. You know, the defense isn't good anymore, and the offense has a lot of holes, and Josh Allen can cover a lot of them, but he can't cover all of them. Like,
yeah,
you know, they do have James Cook, who's a premier running back. Like, let's not act like he isn't. He's one of the probably 5 best running backs in football, but it's also at the position that's probably one of the most talented positions in football, where there's 20 or 30 guys that could really be exceptional when given a lead role like that. So it's great to have, but at the same time, it's not the most valuable thing to have, you know, whereas like a true alpha number one, like they had when Diggs was there, or like Justin Jefferson, like Timmy brought up, like when you have a guy like that, like it completely changes the offense and it completely changes the way defenses look at you. So they got to figure out from there.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Doesn't great either. So
I want to go back to Sam Darnold real quick here. Let's play a little game here. I'm going to read off NFC quarterback names. You tell me if you would take them or Sam Darnold.
All right.
Going forward. Not going forward. Next year. Dak Prescott.
Sam Darnold.
Jackson Dart.
Come on, I can't answer that honestly.
The two names when you started this.
I'm going to be
when you started this.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. No, I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. I'm taking Dart all the time. I don't care.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
That's my dude.
The two names that I was waiting for you to bring up when you said this, you said NFC quarterbacks. I'm like, the two names I'm most interested in hearing are Jackson Dart and Jalen Hurts, because those are the two hardest ones to judge, in my opinion, in terms of this particular exercise. I think the best way to do this is to flip it, right? The same thing you just said with Allen and Dak, do that with these quarterbacks. So if you put Jackson Dart in Seattle right now, is Seattle still a Super Bowl contender? My answer is yes.
Yeah.
So I think
I'd say so.
And I think that's really bold to say this early on into Jackson's career, but he there was a lot of things to like about the way he played last year.
He had a nice season. I know the concussion stuff. I mean, he had the one concussion. He got checked for 5 total, but he had a nice season, 15-5.
Had a head coach who was actively trying to get him killed every week, so I don't blame him.
Get him out of there. I don't care how many footballs he sees out there. Get him out of the
QB draw. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And now he's gonna go kill Cam.
Yeah,
I won't talk about it.
Cam Ward killed, but let's get back to here. All right, so I'm clearly going by division here because I think
that's very close though, the Dart and Darnold one. I think that the what Dart offers with his legs, Darnold as a processor seemed a lot better at this year.
So next up is Jalen Hurts.
I still believe in Jalen. I think when he's at the top of his game, he's an MVP candidate year in, year out. So that
team is just so dysfunctional.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
that team is just so dysfunctional. It's like,
but if you put,
I don't know who's on that team right now. Who the
put him in Seattle?
Put him in Seattle. Let's.
Yeah.
All right, Jay Daniels.
Or Darnold. I think he's going to be a bust. I honestly think so.
I don't want to go as far as Timmy saying with a bust, but I feel like I need to see a little bit more. We've seen 2 sides of a coin so far, and we need to know which that coin's going to land. Because we saw 1 year where he looked great and 1 year where he looked not so great. So
right. Caleb Williams.
And don't forget, he's a commander. They're not allowed to have a quarterback. They're not allowed to have a quarterback.
Follow RG3's footsteps.
And every other quarterback they've had.
On pure talent, I will still lean Caleb. For all the mistakes he makes, he still makes some plays that just like 3 other players in the league can make.
Yeah.
And so I'll stick with Caleb on that one. But I think Caleb needs to put together some consistency this year.
Timmy?
I agree.
All right, Jordan Goff. Jordan Goff. Have you met him? Have you seen him play?
Jared's brother.
He's got quite the repertoire. Jared Goff.
I think they're very similar
Are
quarterbacks.
they equals? Because I'm doing what you mentioned and swapping them, and I think that they do pretty much the same on either team.
Do you think if Jared Goff is the Seahawks quarterback, he elevates them in any way? And in the same question, if Sam Darnold is the Lions quarterback, can he put up the same numbers that Goff has put up?
I don't think so.
Well, he had
I'm going Goff.
How many touchdowns? Didn't Darnold had what 34 touchdowns last year?
I believe that is right. Yeah,
ish.
He had 20
I don't remember,
but 14 picks. He was a little worse this year. Last year, 35-12.
35-12, and Goff.
Oh, Goff's been really good the last 2 years.
No, yeah. I just don't. I can't. I know his interception numbers.
34-8 this year, and he was 37-12 the year before. 30-12 the year before that. I agree with you.
Go Goff.
I lean Goff on that one.
All right, Jordan Love.
I'll take Sam. Everyone loves him. I don't know what. Like he's good, but like, can we see him do this for like a long stretch of time?
It's not exactly. I don't know what we're going by here, but not. And when I say we, I mean, the media, sports media as a whole. With Jordan Love, I think it's more. Maybe it's an infatuation with his story, sitting behind and waiting, coming out, being successful, et cetera, et cetera.
In his 3 years as a starter, 32-11, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks, 17 games. That was 2023. 2024, he only plays 15 games. He's 25-11. This past year, he only plays 15 games. He's 23-6. He's definitely controlled the turnovers better than I thought he would. I don't know. That's
23 touchdowns. And he missed one game, you said?
16 games? 15 games? 2 this year.
15. Okay. All right. What about J.J. McCarthy?
Darnold.
Penix.
Darnold.
Young. Bryce Young.
I say Darnold, but I have hopes that Bryce Young will be a Sam Darnold one day in terms of going to a better situation and turning it around.
I think I told Timmy this a couple of episodes ago. Bryce Young is going to be the guy that no matter how good he gets, he's not going to be a trusted quarterback. It's just Sam Darnold. Well, but Sam Darnold is just won the Super Bowl, and the talk shows are still saying, do you trust Sam Darnold to continue this on? He didn't play well in the Super Bowl, so not play well. He didn't put up the numbers, and so they didn't win because of him.
But look what he did the week prior.
I'm with you. No, I'm
Stafford, like tick for tack.
He outdueled it. 1,000% with you. But what I'm saying is that those conversations are still going on. He just won a Super Bowl 5 days ago. I just have that feeling about Bryce Young.
I hate the sports media. I hate them so much.
You're Carton guy up there. Oh my God! Don't even get me started with him.
I'll tell you exactly when we're ready. I'll tell you exactly why. I've been holding this in. I'll tell you exactly how he got on my nerves the last couple of weeks. He's been really good at it.
He is like that show. I mean, even to a greater extent than First Take, will just take these stories. And
I'll tell you real quick. The Giants had to get Harbaugh. They got Harbaugh. He's all, oh my God, that's so great for them. It's good. It changes the dynamic. Not even 24 hours later, the Giants are still the worst team in that division. Giants are the worst team in that division, no matter what. They have the worst quarterback in that division. They're not going to do anything next year. It's like you just celebrated the fact that we got Jim Harbaugh, and that was the greatest coaching thing in the world. And you 24 hours later, because you got to make your headline, we're the worst team.
Exactly.
We're the worst team in the division all of a sudden. Right back to. And again, am I saying we're going to win the division next year? No. But I think we're going to be better than at least two teams. At least.
They make me miss the bald guy. This Sal. They making me miss him. What is it? Licata.
He's one of the worst. He is one of the worst. He is such a.
Oh, what got me was, and this is a baseball thing, and not a whole lot of baseball to talk about, but there's a baseball thing where he said that the Mets moving Soto from right field to left field, which is a position he played with the Nationals, with the Dodgers. I don't think with you guys. I think he played just right field. Not the Dodgers, the Padres. But he said that's a panic move by the Mets. In what way? They're still using the same 3 outfielders. They've just moved Soto to left field. How is that a panic move? I don't get it.
It's not. I mean, if anything, it's the only argument I can see is because he didn't have the greatest season in the field. It's a questionable move. Like, why would you put him in left? You leave him in right where he is. But like, so yeah, it doesn't make. I don't know. I hate them all.
They got this rookie Benj who's really good with the glove. He's got some pop and whatever. But yeah, and he's gonna get a shot to. He was gonna get a shot to be the everyday center fielder, but then for whatever reason, the Mets have been linked to this Lewis Robert for the last 3-4 years, and they finally got him. But they got the rookie. Instead of playing center field, he's going to play right field. And Soto's going to play left field. Who cares? Soto's going to eventually move to DH. And what are we going to do there? Panic?
Panic. You panic. You panic. You put him at DH. Sure.
He's
most valuable there. Help you panic.
All right.
I hate.
All right. My last question on the Super Bowl part is: do you think now that in a league that elite quarterbacks, it's a top heavy league. You got your 3 or 4, depending on who you're talking about. And then you have a big area in between, and then you got your bums. So now do you think this a lot of the Seattle Super Bowl is a testament to trading Russell Wilson, right? You got a huge return, all these guys that played big roles in the Super Bowl. So is that a thing going forward? Do you think that teams are going to start shifting and saying, all right, I'm paying the Dolphins, I'm paying $55 million a year for Tua. Let me try and get a $30 million a year quarterback like Sam Darnold, like Baker Mayfield, those type of guys to build up the rest of your roster. You think teams are going to move that way? Or you think it's going to be like, all right, still need that quarterback, still need that top tier quarterback, and then we'll fill in from there?
It's a good question. I mean, I can see it going both ways, but I still think the quarterback is always going to be that shining star position to build around. It's a rough one, though. I mean, can we see a certain unhappy quarterback in Cincinnati being dealt somewhere? I mean, that if for the turn you get on Joe Burrow, Cincinnati could rebuild their team in a few years. You know what I mean?
He had a lot of fun playing flag football. I don't know if you saw him. He ran it in for a touchdown. He's very, very happy.
So, I mean, how big of a difference would that be if Cincinnati said, okay, it's not working with him, he doesn't want to be here anymore, you're going to get a couple number ones. Who knows what you're going to get for him?
Mm-hmm.
You plug in a Mayfield type player there. They might be contenders quicker than with Joe Burrow. You don't know.
Right.
So, I mean, it can go both ways, I think.
It's all about the balance. And that, I've said this for years on the show and years for whenever, but the quarterback win-loss record is garbage. Now I'm hearing, as an offensive lineman, he was 6-3 with the New England Patriots. Now we're giving win-loss records to offensive linemen. It's out of control. It's too much. And what do you think? You think at least some teams go with this? Let's lean heavy on, because Seattle was great on everything. I mean, the thing that pushed them over the top was that trade with Shaheed. The special teams was great. Defense was great. Just they had no real true flaw.
I could see some teams not ignoring quarterback, but maybe focusing a little bit more on the defense. Like, hey, if we really build like a solid top to bottom defense, I think. Well, let me rephrase this. I think the bigger thing you will see is you'll see more teams hiring defensive-minded coaches for the next couple of years. We went through this phase after McVay won where everyone wanted to hire offensive guys. I think you'll start to see that needle tick a little bit the other way, where it'll be more defensive guys now than offensive guys getting jobs. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. And just it kind of makes sense a little bit. All right, so we'll revisit some of our preseason picks. Maybe next week we can do that. When we have everything under. I mean, I'm very proud of myself for updating the video. Let's move quickly to the NBA here. How do I do this? Your favorite, Timmy T.
Listen, I should stop paying attention because I hate it more and more every time. I can't deal with this league. I don't know how they're not ashamed of themselves for the stuff they're doing.
Well, let's there was a fight in a game the other night. Between
I like the fighting. I'm talking about.
I enjoyed the fight.
I don't feel like playing today. I'm not gonna. Fuck you, play. It's like I don't understand how you allow. How is the NBA allowing this to continue? You have 15 tournaments before you win a title now. You have to qualify to do this. You got to qualify to that. There's a preseason title, a 3-month title, the world title. What the fuck is going on with this league? And now you got guys who it's like walking into the arena and go, I don't feel like it. I'm gonna sit down today. Well, what do you mean? You play. You're here to play. Play the fucking game.
Yeah, they even the Wizards the other day. So and this is about tanking. So they started. They sat 3 of their young guys, 21, 22, and 23 years old, and they're tanking. But you have to understand that you need to take the fans into consideration. They're going to see those people, and you see the economy. People can't afford. They can't afford these. These tickets are out of control. So when they do spend, and a dad wants to take his wife and his 2 kids to a basketball game, you got to take out a second mortgage. So, and if your young stars are not playing, then that's a real slap in the face. And we've been talking about this for years.
I'll even defend your boy for a second. LeBron's fucking, what is he, 48, 49, 40, whatever the fuck he is, however old he is. I get he might need a day off time to time. I get that because of his age. But you just said 3 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
What are you doing sitting down? You should want to be out there every single game. How could you want to sit down? I don't feel like playing today. What do you mean?
Mad Dog went nuts. Mad Dog went nuts on this. And Jeff Saturday, he's like,
I see him every day. Every morning I see him.
I love Jeff Saturday. And what did he say yesterday? He said, I can't even imagine. Can you imagine? My quarterback doesn't feel like playing today. What?
Yeah. Imagine that.
What are we doing right now?
Imagine
take some time off.
Yeah, any other sport trying to do that. Like, imagine that. Like you can't do it. It's I don't know. That league has become so watered down and so. I don't even know what to do it anymore. I can't even watch.
All right, well,
did we even bring up the Jazz are doing?
The Jazz too.
The Jazz, Jaren Jackson and Lauri Markkanen had combined for like 50-something points heading into the fourth quarter. They were up like 8. Those 2 players did not play a single second of the fourth quarter, and they lost the game.
Jeez. Why were they close to their pitch count?
This is beyond. This is beyond.
That's tanking. That's more tanking.
And Hinkie Sixers. Like, this is brutal tanking.
But now, like, these things are coming up big, and you got guys like Jokic, who is 2 games away now from not qualifying for anything, and the guy typically does not miss basketball games. You got all a bunch of guys just at that mark where they have to where they can only miss like 1 or 2 more games, or else they don't qualify for any postseason, first team All NBA. Any MVP award.
Those benchmarks for the awards, by the way.
I don't know. I that's funny. I was thinking about that this morning, about that random 65 game mark. Like, what are we basing that on? I agree. There's got to be a mark, but I don't know where they randomly come up with 65. But there's got to be some type of a number that says, all right, if you don't play this amount of games, why should you qualify?
How can you allow them to sit out all these games, but then still say, oh, it has to be 65 to get awards. Like, how can you have it both ways? You shouldn't do both. It's one or the other.
What do you
like,
mean?
Say, well, the NBA could very well go in and be like, hey, we're not doing this resting bullshit anymore and start finding teams for it.
But how do you prove that?
It's not hard.
Yo, my calf hurts.
Prove.
It's I don't need an MRI. My calf hurts. I don't care what that MRI says. My calf's hurting.
But because of the transparency that these teams are supposed to abide by because of gambling rules, it's not hard to enforce. It wouldn't be crazy to enforce something like that. I think it's silly that they do both. Like, oh, you can sit out as many games as you want. No one's going to say anything, but you have to play 65 if you want an award. It's like, well, I mean, LeBron, like Timmy,
you could because awards, it's about money. Start taking their money away. See what happens.
LeBron has played 35 of 53 games, but he's still averaging 34 minutes a night.
LeBron don't need money. Some of these younger guys, these 20-year-olds, start taking their paychecks away. We'll see how many games they play a season.
LeBron, 41 years old, playing 33 minutes a night in a clear secondary / third person role, still averaging 21, 7, and 6 for those counting.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
and I never defend that dude, but I'll even say I understand that he needs a day off or two. I get it. His body is probably beat to shit by now. But 21, 22, 23?
No way.
Nuh-uh.
Because he wasn't doing that when he came in the league. So why are these dudes doing it? Like
if I'm a head coach, every scene would be like that fucking Kurt Russell in Miracle. Like, what are you doing? I'm not playing. You're not playing. I was calling everybody a fucking pussy in the pants on the sideline. You're screaming at people. How can you not want to play? This is why you're here.
He's played 73,000 minutes in the NBA, essentially.
That's nuts. That is insane. Like he's actually said, "I'm tired."
Yeah.
Equivalent of playing basketball for 51 days straight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Dude, I've been playing basketball for 44 years. I think I need a little break.
Yeah, right.
A matter of fact, I don't think anyone's even played 22 years in the NBA. He's in year 23, and he's going to play again next year.
Yeah, he's going to play. I wonder if he decides to maybe run it back one more year with Cleveland to finish it out.
I don't think he's going back to Cleveland. He's going to go someplace. I think the realistic destinations for him are, and Timmy doesn't want to hear this, or Steve doesn't want to hear this, excuse me. He stays in California and he either plays for the Lakers, the Clippers, or Golden State. He goes to the Knicks or he goes back to Miami. If he signs anywhere else, I would be shocked.
Hey, listen, as long as he knows that his pay needs to be in order with in line with his age.
He would have to take like an MLE or something. If he goes to any of those teams, he has to take an MLE. He's not getting a max contract anywhere. Nobody has.
No. And even at his age, he'll the endorsements of New York alone, he can take $1 million salary and still make.
He doesn't need there. New York endorsements.
I don't know. I know that. I'm just saying.
Endorsement money doesn't go down. He'll be fine.
All right, let's take a look at this madness that happened. It always feels like it's Detroit. Why is it always Detroit getting in fights? Always.
They are ranked second in the NBA in defensive efficiency, yet they lead the NBA in fouls per game. Clearly, fouling is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duran is fouled. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
And Musa's upset. Musa's really upset. I have never seen Musa Diabate like this. Oh my goodness, now Miles and Duran and Beef Stew. This is out of control. Oh wow.
Can you say beef stew?
Beef stew.
That's our beef stew.
Miles and Duran and beef stew.
Beef stew.
He was very hungry.
Listen, I don't mind the fighting either. I kind of good with this. you see all this hugging and handshaking all the time. It's good to see a little bit of this sometimes on the NBA court. Isaiah Stewart gets suspended 7 games. He's got a history of unsportsmanlike acts.
He left the bench too.
He left the bench.
I'm surprised it wasn't longer.
I'm with you, and I'm with Mad Dog Christopher Russo on this. He should have been. You know why? Because I'm still pissed. Almost 20 years ago, I'm still fucking pissed. Patrick Ewing stuck his big ass toe across the line in whatever game 5 or whatever 97 against the Heat when PJ Brown tossed Charlie Ward into the third row underneath the basket. And you know what? He got suspended for a game. We lost that series. We lost by 3 points at the Garden without Patrick Ewing, and this guy gets suspended for 7 games in February. And he left the bench. Patrick Ewing, if Patrick Ewing was a size 14 instead of size 16, wouldn't have got suspended.
Well, but that's like saying if Kevin Durant wore a size 12 instead of 13, they would have won the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of years ago in Brooklyn.
The 3-pointer. Thank God. I want to say F Brooklyn because I'm from Brooklyn, but F the Nets.
Back in my day, men were men.
I will say this though. I think that's a stupid rule. It is. The line, you're suspended. No. If they didn't physically get in the altercation, like shut the fuck up. They didn't.
He stepped his toe over the line.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I want to cry right now. Because that would have been 4 years in a row. We would have swept.
You would have lost to Chicago
4 straight years. We would have beaten Chicago that year, and we would have wiped the floor with Chicago that year.
Any of your kids into basketball? Or just baseball?
Mine?
Anyone? Any of your kids? Any guys?
My son, my older son, he'll watch. He likes going to the games. I do show him the stuff from the 90s.
That's what I was going to say. Show him a highlight reel from the 90s. You wouldn't know what the hell you're watching. Is this like Gladiators? American Gladiators back in the day? That's what it looks like.
I do think that sometimes when we watch the highlights from the 90s, we get a lot of the elbows and the knees and the kicks and the punches and stuff. But if you sit down and watch an NBA game from the 90s, there was a lot of Olay defense also, but it was those Detroits and Chicago and New York and those teams that really. But if you watch just a normal everyday game, it was like
played harder. That's what I'm saying. It's not so much that the fighting. They played hard. They played to win. They played like it was their life. Now it's like it's my paycheck. It's my rap video. It's my new sweat drink. It's it's like whatever. It's booty sweat. It's not even like a real thing.
Well, speaking of Timmy, Kevin Durant came out and he talked about there was obviously this criticism around the NBA when it comes to the NBA All-Star game, and they're not playing. They're half-court passes. Jokic and what's his name a few years back, just tossing it back at each other. And he's talking about specifically the European players, but the American NBA players are not much better. They don't give two shits about that All-Star game either. So, and Timmy, this Sunday we get the United States versus the world in the NBA. The United States has not had an MVP since I think it's the 2011 season, James Harden. Every other player since then has won the MVP is internationally born. So
the fact that you said James Harden won an MVP boggles me. I here's a guy. That's right. I'm Chris Collinsworth. Here's a guy. I know nothing about other than he just wants to get traded every year. I don't know anything else about him. I don't. And the fact that you just told me he was an MVP at one point, you just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Am I the only person who thinks it was stupid that Cleveland traded Darius Garland for him?
Yeah. Their odds, Cleveland's odds went. They're now the favorites to win the East from Vegas standpoint. No, like people who talk about the NBA, nobody's picking the Cavs, which could be an issue in and itself. But Giannis stays. I have a question on the Giannis thing. What's that app? Kalasho, whatever the hell it's called, where you can bet on everything in life. My question is, he came out. He's bought into this app, and
Partial owner of the app.
yeah, and now you can, Timmy, you can bet on anything, where a player is going to wind up, et cetera, et cetera. He is a partial owner of this app, and one of the things that you could bet on was where is Giannis going to wind up? Where am I going? And I am a partial owner. How is that a thing? I could win people a bunch of money, or I can take all their money, and I own it. So what am I doing?
I don't want to get into Giannis because the fact that this fuck was requesting a trade in backdoor channels, like very clearly, I think Ryan Rosillo had the best video.
Wow.
He's like, do you think the media just got together and decided, hey, we're going to make up a bunch of shit about Giannis wanting to be traded? No. He's like, we obviously had verified sources saying, hey, he wants to be traded. He asked for a trade. And then all of a sudden he comes out and acts like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. Why would I leave here? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Stop.
I don't know. I just don't know how you can be a partial owner of something like that, and you can absolutely control the outcome. Like, because one of the things is not staying with Milwaukee, so you can just say, "Oh, I take my trade demand away. Don't tell nobody."
By the way, only had like 20% of the bets placed on him were on him staying. The rest were all on places he would go to.
By the way, I'll show you how much I know and how much I don't get these players going where they want to go. Where's Kevin Durant play now?
Houston.
I had to think about that for a
second. I didn't know.
No rumors this year, Timmy. No rumors of him being traded, though. There was zero every year.
That's all I ever see. I see highlights. So this guy wants out. James Harden wants out again. This guy, it's like, what is going on with this league, man? They got to fix this league.
Do you think Kevin Durant regrets leaving Golden State?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even though it would have always been Curry's team, they probably would have won 2 or 3 more titles easy.
Yeah. He wants the flashy thingy from Men in Black, his time with the Nets. Absolutely.
The team.
I was in line at Transformers at Universal when the news broke that Kyrie and this douchebag were going to the Nets, and they spurring the Knicks. Screw you. We got Brunson. Okay.
Several years later, but
and Ant, I don't know how you feel about it, Heat fan and whatnot. I did not want the Knicks to entertain that Giannis trade. I have PTSD from Melo, not our Melo, but Carmelo Anthony. Not that I didn't want him, but the amount of stuff that we had to give up for him. And the same thing holds. And the same thing holds true this year. You would have to give up Cat, OG, and Deuce McBride in that scenario, and that just
listen. I'm not saying the Heat have a great roster, but for the Heat to give up every player they have under the age of 26, plus every draft pick that they might own in the next 10 years to get Giannis, who's 32 years old and hasn't been healthy in like 3 years, I don't know what that solves. Because even with Giannis and Bam, guess what? We're not winning the fucking East, so what does it matter?
Like, well, they said Tyler Hero for the 6th year in a row has survived the trade deadline. He said
they're gonna pay him this offseason, so watch.
Oh God,
he'll be a Heat lifer.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no,
Giannis, that's an Achilles waiting to happen. No,
there was an article written. Oh, his injury you're talking about?
Yeah, it's calf injury after calf injury. Here's what I thought: the Knicks are going to give up Cat, OG, and Deuce McBride, and this motherfucker is going to tear his Achilles. Fuck that. That's exactly what was going to happen.
I wasn't even thinking about it from like a serious injury standpoint.
Yeah.
From a roster construction standpoint, you trade for Giannis and you put him next to Bam, and you trade every other decent player on the roster to do so. What the fuck lineup are you putting out there that's supposed to win the East? Do you think Giannis, like, you're putting him in the same situation, if not a worse situation than he's in already in Milwaukee? Like, let's be honest. I love Bam Adebayo. I really do. I think he's probably the best defensive player in basketball and has been for years, and nobody gives him credit for it. I mean, you want to talk about players that can guard all 5 positions on every possession? He just watch a Heat game. He does it like 20 times a night, like literally. I'm not even exaggerating. And he doesn't get the credit for it. But in terms of him being your alpha on a team that's supposed to be competitive, it's you can't win like that. You can't, like, period. It's the reason that as much as I hate Jimmy Butler, and I'm not saying I'm happy he got injured or anything like that, but as much as I dislike Jimmy for the way his tenure ended in Miami, it's the reason the team with Jimmy had a higher ceiling, because you had a player that could be. I don't think Jimmy is truly a number one guy. Like, he's not like a peak LeBron or anything like that. But Jimmy could pretend to be an alpha enough to elevate that team into higher statuses, you know, to make them a team that could make an NBA Finals multiple times. Like, Jimmy could do that for them. I don't know that he can do that anymore at his age, and now, especially not now coming off the injury. But yeah, but like, I'll be honest, I didn't want them to trade for Giannis. The trade that I was more upset with, although in hindsight, now that we actually know what Memphis was asking for, it would have never happened. I thought they should have traded for Morant. And I understand all the baggage that comes with him, and I get it. He's 26 years old, and we know what his ceiling is. His ceiling is like a top 5 player in the NBA when he's right. I would have banked on him being able to get right under a cohesive system in Miami more than I would have wanted to bank on trading fucking every asset you have for Giannis, and you don't even know if he's going to play for you in April or May or June. Like,
right, because you're buying low as shit with Ja.
Yeah,
he's got no value.
Well, so the rumor was that the trade was Terry Rozier's expiring contract and Fontecchio's expiring contract. I would have done that. I would have even thrown in like a conditional 2098 blah 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 pick that's heavily protected, whatever. I would have been happy to do that. He's 26. Like, I would have had no problem doing that. But apparently Memphis was asking for like Khalil Ware and better contract fillers, and if that's truly what
that's why they kept them, because they have no right. They have no right to be asking for that stuff right now.
If Memphis was truly asking for that, then you don't trade for him. But if Memphis just wanted to get off the money, by all means, I would have traded expiring contracts for him in a heartbeat, like no questions asked. Just done the deal and moved on, and just seen what you had. Because this is what pisses me off about the Heat, and I was going to bring this up earlier. I'll bring it up now. There was an article written prior to last season about how Nick Arison, Mickey's son, was actually the one running the team, and that he had more say than Pat Riley at this point in time. And I saw that article, and I'm like, okay, this is just probably a hit piece from somebody about the Heat, then they don't like the Heat, blah, 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 blah. Seeing the way that this team has been run the last 2.5 seasons, I kind of think that's true. I kind of think Nick Arison is running the show and is doing whatever he can to protect his inheritance by like, hey, like, let's be good enough to make the playoffs, or the play-in, I should say. But let's not spend too much money, because like, I might need that money 5 years from now when my dad dies or something like that.
That was I saw that stuff in an article over the last week or so. What you kind of just mentioned there. You know, they've won. Riley has won his title. Arison has won the titles. Mickey, and they're good with fielding a competitive team every single year, and they're good with that.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't know that
like competitive, like dealing with the 7, 8, 9, 10 seeds. Like that's. I feel like the Heat and the Bulls are in that matchup every single year.
The Bulls and the Hawks every year. That's your fucking East playoff playing teams every year.
Exactly.
It's been that way for like 4 years in a row. And then I even saw a meme the other day about, it shows the standings and it circles the Heat, the Bulls, and the Hawks, and then the Hornets are in there now, and it shows like 3 people.
The red hot Hornets.
And it's like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here.
The red hot Hornets. So they won like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 11, or something like that.
Speaking of players that people were ready to trade for a bag of peanuts not that long ago, Noah Paul and several others. Yeah, you know, that's what I don't understand is, like, even if you go back and look at like Pat Riley's history with the team, like, he's never yes, he's made some big and splashy moves, but he's never gone this long without making a move, like at all. They haven't made a move basically since they acquired Jimmy. They made the Rozier trade, but I don't even know if that counts. Like that was a, it was a nothing ad to
That was
trade
nothing.
for. Yeah, they didn't
I'm with
give
you.
up. Yeah, I mean, you look at the Hornets though. Like Knupple's fucking phenomenal. Miles Bridges is playing great basketball. Colin Sexton is playing great basketball. Brandon Miller, when he's healthy, is phenomenal on the basketball court.
Yeah,
they're a fun team, and like Miami has none of that.
And they've cut it. They're either just right on the outside looking into the play-in, or they're right in there now. The Knicks brought in Jose Alvarado, which I love. Brooklyn native, defensive pest, which the Knicks can use some of. Really quick on the Knicks, they lost 9 out of 11, then they won 9 out of 11. And they're one of the worst contending teams on the road. That's just because the injuries have happened when they've been on road trips. But Alvarado, happily, yesterday the Knicks whooped up on the Sixers by 49. Alvarado hit like 8 threes. That arena down in Philadelphia was all Knicks fans, so that was fun. Knicks, the East continues to be wide open, and the All-Star break is this weekend. And we'll talk more NBA starting next week. Let's get into a little bit of baseball. Why don't we? To close this bad boy out, I have a couple of things here in baseball. Number one, Javi Baez is not being allowed to play in the World Baseball Classic because of a marijuana thing that he had in 2023.
What?
Guy, rest of the world. Number one, it's weed. You can smoke it in the MLB right now, okay? World Baseball Classic, just chill out. Not that I'm a big Javi Baez fan, but let the man play. 2020, that's 3 years ago. He had a situation with marijuana. That's it.
It wasn't a situation.
I don't know if he got. I mean, does weed even matter anymore?
No.
Didn't the president sign something to lower the grade level of weed or something like that? Let the man play.
It's no longer a felony for possession, if I'm not mistaken.
This whole city smells like piss and weed now. It's piss and weed.
A lot of
24/7.
not just New York. There's plenty of cities.
Timmy, if the country smelled like weed, everybody would be much happier. We'd have less problems out there.
Not me, but I can't stand. I can't stand it.
Well,
I don't really want
to edibles.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of not being in control. I know. I'm
that one. Want to talk here?
I'm that one. I know. I'm that one guy. That I'm the party pooper. But yeah, no, I don't like weed. I don't like the smell. I don't like anything to do with it. But I'm not gonna fucking call someone their life, lose their job or whatever because they smoked the joint once.
It's like the World Baseball Classic is a big deal for a lot of players, especially they're playing for their home country. Did you hear about the Lindor thing, Timmy, with Bad Bunny?
No, what's that now?
So obviously, everybody wants to play for their country for World Baseball Classic. I have PTSD from that. Edwin Diaz tore his fucking ACL. Now he's a bum ass playing for the fucking Dodgers. And I still have this thing here. I don't know. What do you do with these type of things now? What are we doing? Plays the trumpet and everything.
You don't buy them in the first place. That's what you do.
Well, it's a gift. It was a gift.
You'd return it.
So Lindor wanted to play. All right. So Bad Bunny said, "I'll put up all the insurance money. I'll pay the insurance so that you can play." Thankfully, the Mets are like, "I don't care what insurance money you're putting up. You ain't playing this shit." And he actually he just went in to have surgery. He broke his hamate bone, which Corbin Carroll, who is playing for Team USA, also broke his hamate bone. And a third higher level player, and I can't think of it, also broke their hamate bone. So that's about 6 weeks. Looking at opening day for that. But my big thing was the Javi Baez thing. It's like, world, let the man play, and I don't like the guy. He's got a nasty attitude. Tara was awful for. We gave up Pete Crow Armstrong for 2 months of a fucking attitude. He did hit 292 with the Mets. Javi Baez did, but that's besides the fact. Let the man play.
Stretch his career.
Yeah. Mets players. I want no Mets playing in the World Baseball Classic ever again. But those things are fun to be at. And I don't know if you've ever been to one.
I went to one. Oh my God. It was one of the inaugural years, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I went like 2016, 2017. It was U.S. versus Dominican Republic, and Nelson Cruz hit a 3-run walk-off bomb against the United States. But the crowd was just lit from start to finish. It was a lot of fun. I'll give them that. Just don't have any Mets players. All right. That's all I got, guys. Covered the Super Bowl. Covered some stuff for next year for the NFL. Covered baseball. Covered fighting in the NBA.
Did Diaz use his entrance?
Son of a bitch better not. That's a New York thing. I don't want to hear it. Timmy Trumpet. He better. I follow. I was going through my Instagram the other day. I follow that Timmy Trumpet guy.
I don't know.
It's just like what like, can I have nice things for a little bit? I don't know if you can hear that. Probably not.
Nope.
Because the fucking bud's in my ear. Of course. Why would you hear that? All right. That's all I got for today. Timmy T, what do you got here on the way out?
My Wi-Fi is going in and out.
Is that why you're delayed there?
Hello.
I could see you. You might be back. Ant, let's start with you. What do you got?
Very, very delayed. Hang on.
What do you got here on the way out, Ant?
Football season's over. That kind of sucks. Super Bowl was lackluster.
Also sucks.
Moving is terrible. Somehow the Super Bowl was better than moving. Although I love my new house. The new house is really nice.
That's really good.
Very happy with
Congratulations.
it. And my drive to work has gone from, listen to this. I used to be able to leave my house at 7 and get to work at 9. I now leave my house at 7 and I'm at work by like 7:30.
That's
incredible.
You remember how we talked about the efficiency of somebody taking care of that opening video? That's efficiency right there, what you got going on.
I left work today at 1:00. I came home, I switched cars, I drove back to the old area to pick up the kids from school. I drove back here, did a grocery pickup. I was still home before 5:30.
Don't say all this to me. See, I work at home. I don't have to go nowhere.
Fucking douchebag.
I say that. Takes me 2 hours a day to go back and forth. That's 4 hours of just traveling.
That was
it. Used to be.
I used to leave the office at 5 and get home at 7. Leave the office at 5:30, get home at 7:30.
Yeah, but you don't have to switch trains in Newark and see black junk everywhere all over the
place. No, I have to sit in traffic for 2 hours. I think I'd rather be on the train. At least it'd be entertaining.
No. You don't want to be on a train here around Newark. You want to be in your car, listen to a nice podcast with the AC on.
I'm not allowed to use the bathroom in Newark Penn Station because they chased me out of there. True story. So if I don't find a train car with a bathroom on it, I'm screwed. Exactly. That's how I feel about Newark, and it makes me hate the Devils even more because I can see their stupid stadium from there.
Newark is since I've been born, Newark has been a disaster of a city that you don't go near.
Newark,
don't worry, they'll gentrify it soon.
Newark Penn Station makes New York Penn Station look like fucking like paradise.
All this bad talking about up there, and I still love going there for 4-day stretches. It's like one of my favorite places to go.
Well, New York, yeah. Newark,
yeah, not Newark.
Yeah,
I've been to Newark. I've been to Newark once, and it's because the flight got canceled, and I had to stay at a hotel that I was told was a great hotel, and it was the fucking.
It's not. It's if it's in Newark, it's not a great hotel. I tell you that. It's not a great hotel in and around the area. It's not. Timmy, got anything here on the way out?
Next time you come up. Well, I would say next time. I don't know if you can hear me enough, but next time you come up, we're going to take the Tim reality tour, and I'm going to take you on my my daily journey, and show you what I do, and you won't like it much longer.
It's like, this is my life.
Your love fest will end very quickly.
I stand by in 4-day stretches. It's perfect because you don't see enough of the city to get sick of it. You don't have enough time to do the things that are horrible. You just have enough time to do the fun stuff and then get the fuck back out. And the smell doesn't settle in enough to bother you.
No, true.
4 days. That's it.
See,
4 days.
If you only stay in the
but I said next time you're going to take the Tim reality tour, and like Kramer. Like Kramer, I'm gonna get a bus and take you on what I got to do on a daily basis.
And I do stay in Manhattan most of the time when I go, and usually on like the southwestern side of Manhattan.
But if you stay in the area where visitors typically visit, you're smelling mostly peanuts. If you go down these side streets,
never smelled a peanut in New York before.
What, you've never smelled the roasted peanuts? What are you talking about?
No,
it's the side streets you got to worry about.
My favorite places that I stayed, and Timmy met me there, was at I forgot the name of the hotel, but the hotel was like a block away from Central Park. That was my favorite place we stayed when I went to New York, and the reason was because in the mornings, I would wake up before everyone else. I could go get coffee and my bagel, my bacon, egg, and cheese bagel on an everything bagel with the salt pepper ketchup. And I would go sit in Central Park and I would drink my coffee and eat my bagel. And then on the way back, I could stop and get pastries for the family for breakfast.
Fucking amazing.
I was in heaven.
That's amazing. You see, I'm the same way. I like to get up before noise is being made, and that's why I like on a cruise. I'm a little bit bougie when it comes to cruises, and I won't go on a cruise unless I have a balcony. But I grab my coffee, get up on the balcony. Nothing wrong with it. I close the curtain so the family doesn't get messed up. And when I say the family doesn't get messed up,
the water,
it's that they don't interrupt me. Oh yeah, exactly. Feet up. This time around,
serenity.
It was a different experience. It was a different experience a couple weeks ago. So for my birthday, we went on a cruise to Bahamas, and now I realize I know what an Alaska cruise feels like without the scenery, because Alaska cruises many times it's in the 40s and 50s. It's not 20s or 30s. And in the Bahamas, fellas, it was 46 degrees when I woke up on Sunday morning. I did go out on the balcony. I had my coffee. I'm like looking for fucking icebergs, glaciers out there, but no, it was different. Because we've cruised in January before, and it's 82 degrees, and you're all good.
82 and the humidity is a little lower, so it's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's like perfect, 77, 82. But this was our last port of call got canceled. Timmy, I sent you that calming one the first day. The last day, they canceled our stop because it was so windy at the port. They were getting 45, 55 mile an hour winds at the port, so it wasn't safe to dock.
That's crazy.
It was fun. It was weird because you walked outside and it was freezing, 46 degrees, going out on the ocean. And it was fucking cold.
I love going on cruises. They're so much fun.
Cruises are great. We're gonna drag Timmy down on a cruise. We're gonna have the Pop Culture Pros cruise.
You have one. You have one. I'll be there.
Yeah,
don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, like April or May. So I want to squash all your fears. It's before hurricane season. It's not 40 degrees with 50 mile an hour winds. That's where that's it. Or
it's always rogue wave season though.
It's rogue wave season. Timmy, you'll be happy to learn that when I was a child, my mother worked for Royal Caribbean, and I've probably been on 20 to 30 cruises, and I've never seen a rogue wave yet. So
I've never.
You're not me.
Okay.
It's his luck. All right.
No one's ever seen the Kraken before either. But I hop on a boat, they're gonna be coming out of the water like nothing. They're gonna be jumping out like dolphins.
Oh shit! I don't even think like I typically even at night I like it doesn't matter the time. You do whatever you want on a cruise. So like if you're heading out at midnight from your room and you go to the casino, you walk on the outside, you see the pitch black out in the ocean, and it's nice. It's got the breeze going, but no, I didn't even.
It's calming. It's calming with the breeze, and you can hear the water splashing against the boat.
Oh,
it's very calming.
It's amazing. I love it.
The mermaids telling you to jump in. I heard all that stuff.
You just don't listen. You don't follow the directions.
I've never been drunk enough to follow through. So,
at least not on the outside of the ship, casino and stuff. It's otherwise. All right. We covered a shit ton of stuff today. We'll cover a shit ton more, a little bit less next week because we won't have a Super Bowl to talk about. But we'll talk about some of our preseason stuff. We'll introduce the wheel. We'll get some fun stuff going.
I do have a few like little lists that we've got to go over, but we'll save that for next week too.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll save that.
Draft.
NFL draft stuff is starting. For the next 2.5 months, it's draft season. It's got what was it? 4 teams picking 2 times each in the first round. The Jets have 2 and 16. They're super excited that they're going to fail at both of them. It's a fact. It's a fact. They're going to miss on both. Yeah. 3 years from now, bust.
My feelings of Ty Simpson heavily depend on if the Jets select him or not.
Everything. All right, so that does it for us this week. We'll keep you updated on what's going on in the world of sports in the Facebook chat. Until then, peace out, everybody, and we'll see you when we see you. And congrats again, Mello, for your sports stuff in Georgia. Until then, peace out.
The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. To beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall. You are dealing with the best in the world. Acknowledge me.